El objetivo del stream de hoy, aparte de comerme una galleta y beberme un café, es no tintearme con Gerardo de Rivia. Sin más dilatación, comencemos. Gerardo, por favor, no acabes con mis sueños, mi paciencia y mi amor por la naturaleza videojueguil. Vamos a comernos una galleta. Mientras nos bebemos el café. Y mientras Gerardo de Rivia comienza. Hoy vamos a pasarnos el juego entero. Solo nos queda, creo que, el último arco. Creo que había 3 solo. Nos quedamos al principio del tercer arco. Prosigamos. Hola, Roach. Prometo no enfadarme demasiado. Procedo a enfadarme. Aún no tengo descargado el 3. Mi idea es descargarlo al acabar el juego y empezarlo mañana y el viernes. Y el sábado empezamos Zelda. Ve por la puerta de Lockmuir. Me dais igual, arpías. Roach, que tiene más cuchillos que yo neuronas tiene este hombre. Prosigamos. ¿Puedo robar esto? Me llevo la Brionia. Estamos ya en el trámite final del juego. No sé cuánto me durará. Digo que 8 horas. He comido contundentemente para no tener que hacer parones para comer como ayer. Justo antes del stream, para no tener que hacer aquí cosas raras. Ay, 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 ay. Señora. Señora arpía. Que no quiero problemas. Me he pegado una duchita que me hacía falta. Porque madre mía, es demasiado taco me he sentido estos días. Si quieres Harry, pues hacemos la técnica definitiva del speedrun.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know.
Hoy no hay que fumar,
Yeah,
tampoco.
we also had a little disagreement recently. They could be holding a grudge.
I'll explain that your presence in Lockmuir is necessary.
What now? What can we expect to see in the city?
Separate camps, buffer zones, and frequent patrols. Well, that's how it should be organized if those mages from the Conclave have any sense.
Ah, another area of your expertise.
The Peace of Sintra was signed on April the 2nd, and all around was quiet, calm, and orderly. If you don't count Henselt's roars and the all-night festivities of the Mahakam Volunteer Army. And the common folk were positively thrilled with the parade that followed. Yet, not one of those fuckers even knew that I, and a few others like me, spent a week poring over the city map and devising a way to keep those crowned idiots separate, just in case one decided to deal the next blow in a long-standing feud. In any case, I hope to see something similar here.
Relax. The mages want royal gold. They'll make sure all the sources of financing remain alive and present, at least until the inevitable quarrel over the Pontar Valley breaks out.
Well, we'll see if there is indeed a way where there's a will. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Anda, se ha despertado Bombín. Habla con Radovide. Vale. Este no es
Halt!
Radovide.
Who goes there?
Vernon Roach and Geralt of Rivia, in the service of Temeria.
Foltest's killer in the service of Temeria.
Foltest killer is in Lockmuir. Geralt of Rivia will help me capture him.
I couldn't give a pig's ass who killed Foltest, but this bastard raised his hand against the Order, and I'll not let him pass.
In that case, I'll walk in over your dead body, brother.
Bear in mind that peace negotiations are underway behind those walls. I'll have no blood spilt here. Why are the Knights of the Order of the Flaming Rose here?
No quiero sangre, Gerardo. Voy a arrancarte los ojos como no me dejes
Radovid
pasar.
can invite anyone he wants to Redania. Problem is, this isn't Redania.
Questioning the king's will.
If Radovid invited you here, why are you encamped outside the city?
We're not part of the official delegation.
Well, we're on our way to an official audience with King Radovid. He's expecting
No me importaría matarlos a
us,
todos,
so
la
stand
verdad.
aside.
Looks like Radovid
Vale,
doesn't
gracias.
believe the peace talks will end peacefully.
You can be sure
Vamos
of
a seguir a
one
nuestro
thing.
amigo Roachis.
Not a soul is to be trusted in this city.
It's not a soul to be trusted anytime, anywhere.
Fila el sable,
We need to
compañero.
assess the situation. Whoever
No soy
stationed
tu
knights at
compañero,
Open's gates
soy
is
tu
likely to
compañere.
stand to have the upper hand. I'm going to the Redanian camp. If you want to look around, I'll meet you near Radovid's headquarters.
All right.
No me cierres en la cara. A ver, Roach, un poquito de respeto para Gerardo el Ribioso, ¿eh? Esta vez me ha respetado, me ha dejado la puerta abierta, increíble. Temeria está un poco en la shit, aunque creo que esto no es Temeria.
I don't believe you killed Foltest.
I didn't.
But a bounty is a bounty. I'm sure you understand. As a professional. It's nothing personal.
One more windbag.
Voy a tener que matar a este imbécil. Boris es un vago, ya me cae mal. ¡Come culo, Boris! Esta gente de Nilfgaard no me cae bien, ¿eh? Esquiva y quit, venga. A ver, vamos, vamos, Gerardo. El mago el último. A ver dónde coño aparece. Aquí. ¿Dónde está?
He's but one man, damn it!
Vale, ya me la he hecho. Al que se te quite la mierda esa chunga que me tienes. ¡Muerte, muerte!
Not his head!
En la cabeza. Señor Boris, relaje la raja. Es que así no se puede. Orden de arresto. Joder, pero ¿cuántas órdenes de arresto hay aquí? Vale, vamos a mirar el mapa. Vale, pues igual sí que es Temeria esto, no sé. No sé dónde estamos, no me acuerdo. Yo solo pasaba por aquí y de repente me arman aquí una de la hostia. Vale, me comporto, relaja. ¿Me comporto por aquí o por otro lado?
Stop looking at me!
Fuck you, Dirk. Kimball.
Baron Ravenin Kimbolt, I presume.
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Vamos a liarle aquí en los reinos del
Doesn't
norte.
understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind.
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
Me tiene muy en alta estima, venga, adiós. A ver. Supongo, presupongo que es por aquí. A ver.
You have it coming.
Por aquí.
Morning, men.
Morning, Commander.
Morning, señor.
Company
Felicia Cori.
forward.
Cambiar de peinado, con lo guapo que está Gerardo así, fuera.
Godspeed, Witcher.
Know what
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
Yes.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
Aye, sir. Where are you from?
From Burka, Commander.
At your
Halt!
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
Es el dentista, el rey Radovid. A ver, tenemos noticias importantes.
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Matiza.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the King and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us.
Greetings.
Vale. Nos tienen muy la mierda, ¿eh? Esta gente no nos
Even
respeta.
less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
A ver, ¿habrá otro tonto en la
Start
puerta?
with the country deepest in chaos.
Para no
So
poder
you
hablar
best
con el rey
have nothing of
directamente.
that sort is-
Did you request an audience with
Ah,
the
la
King?
venga.
Yes.
King will receive you.
Venga. Hola, rey Calborota.
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Roche es mi amigo. Vamos a remarcar esto.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
I only delayed his death.
Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
Puto calvo.
Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. In the chaos that followed the Battle of Vergen, we caught up to him in one of the houses.
I killed him because it had to be done. It was just. And Deathmold is next on the list.
That is the only reason I won't have you hanged, Vernon Roach. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Si a la de Tancarville encargó los servicios. A tope.
Sheila de Tanzerville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
Por el asesino moribundo.
I found one of the assassins after Henselt's murder. Before he died, he revealed de Tanzerville's role to me.
Why you in particular?
Me recordaba el del pasado.
He knew me from the time I can't remember.
Your past troubles me, Geralt, but I have more pressing matters today.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheatre is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talk's beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria! Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After the Baroness's rebellion, the girl was captured by the Nilfgaardians. The child has become a bargaining chip between the Empire and Kedwin. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwenis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
¿Por qué retiene Desmond a Anaís o Isiala? Vamos a ver, la bruja.
What about Sheila?
Easy, Witcher. I have ways to deal with impertinent sorceresses. I have managed to tame Philippa Eilhart. Why shouldn't I do so with Sheila de Tanzaville as well? The girl is most important, Witcher. I denounce our engagement and make her queen of Redania and Temeria. The nobles of Vizima would greet her on bended knee, and the North would emerge stronger than ever. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account.
Somos parias, chicos.
Promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay.
Voy a pillar algo para comer, aunque no me apetece.
I shall punish her with fire.
Estoy aquí aunque no hablen, estaré diciendo algo. Sigue ese modo patatilla hoy. Por Temeria. Venga, vamos a seguir a este hombre.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time.
Get out of there!
Friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. There's no use to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Yo lo dejo de llorar y así. Es que el curro ese, madre mía. O sea, es la sensación de impotencia porque son putos niños. Ahora vuelvo, ok.
Roach.
Dos pervertidos sexuales.
Roach.
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrock.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess?
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously, I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take
Hola,
me
Gigi.
there, and I will tell you all.
¿Qué tal el día? ¿Ya estás mejor de
Leave a
estar
traitor
malita?
in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened
¿Cómo
to Foltest's
estamos?
bastards is no
Buah.
series of coincidences.
Pues ya no huele a
It's the
otaku.
result of a clever, treacherous game.
Tenemos un cafecito aquí. Estamos guay. ¿eh?
Geralt, I need to look to Anais.
Ya estás buena.
Learn how we're to
O sea,
get
2 días en la
But
mierda y
Brigida
luego
might
renacimiento.
know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
Ok, pa'l río.
All right, Roach. I'll help you this one last time.
Rico
I'll search for a
cafecito.
back way into the Kedwenny camp.
Tengo la garganta un poco rara, pero bien.
Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian
A
camp
verte con
threatens us
miel.
all. Escort Brigida, learn what you can.
I'd thank you, Roach, if you weren't such a shit.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination safely.
Good luck, Roach.
Vamos.
Which way are we headed?
Vamos a ayudar a Brigida.
We won't be bothered there. Then we'll descend the mountain path and go.
Te escolto, niña. ¿A dónde me llevas?
Someone
Does it
Al río
matter,
por aquí.
Witcher?
did mention vipers. Count and the Baron.
Maravel
Misión de escolta. Dejen paso al
men.
brujero.
Important in the Temerian camp.
And to it,
Vernon's mentioned them. I guess I have them to thank for an interesting.
Me pone nervioso que haya tantas puertas. A ver, señora, vamos. ¿Vuelve? No,
Too
ven
early
tú.
to pry, Witcher.
¿Cómo que
I'll
vuelve?
let you pick my brain.
Vamos. No tenemos todo el día, espirran. ¿Para dónde es? ¿Por aquí?
The main path leads to the right.
That's where we're likely to be waiting.
Me llevo lo que brilla.
Waiting along both paths.
Roach. You're with me, not him. And I decide for myself. I've agreed to meet someone on the riverbank. We'll go through the wood.
Vamos a seguir a esta señora hasta el infierno.
Calm thus far. Your dear Roach seems to have been wrong.
You two have a history, or do I have it wrong?
He asked a favor of me. I was to stay with Foltest's children, watch them, travel with them if necessary. Child's play, the bastard called it. That's how I wound up in the caravan transporting the children to Loch Muin for the summit.
Yeah, that clearly went sour. Tell me more.
Soon enough. We've just got to make it through the forest. It's a short way to the river beyond that. It should be calm.
A ver qué mierda nos encontramos en el bosque. Vamos a ver qué clase de epopeya horrible nos espera aquí.
It's not far now. Redlin awaits down by the river, at the end of this path.
Is Redlin another of Roach's contacts?
No, a smuggler. I'd be looking for another way out if he were Roach's man.
Stay behind me.
It's Roach's bitch! Kill them!
Como odio a los magos del juego este, tío. ¿Qué le haces a Brígida, perro? Me pone ballesteros por esta zona. Deja a Brígida, bandido. Señora,
They
¿está
were
usted bien?
expecting us.
No time to lose. How much further?
Menudas pervertidos.
Got into some serious trouble.
Venga, manticulos de estos. Endriagos. Venga. Speedrun. A ver, ¿dónde tengo que ir? A ver, señora, por aquí. Yo te sigo, no sé dónde hay que ir. Vale, por aquí me da que no. Mal vamos. A ver, tenemos que llegar hasta aquí. No entiendo el mapa de este juego. Del segundo juego es que... no sé si está mal hecho. Si lo han hecho para tocar los huevos. Pero el mapa del segundo juego me parece infumable en comparación con el del primero. O sea, de las mejores cosas que tenía el mapa del primer juego era que sabías dónde estabas en todo momento. En este es un poco más lioso. No sé, no me gusta tanto la interfaz de mapa que tiene este segundo juego. Ay, ¿qué hace? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hace? A ver, la señora esta. Mira el mapa, verifiquemos. Parece que es por aquí. Vamos. F5 nunca viene mal. ¿Esto qué es? Tela. Vale, el maguito es ese, ¿no? Señora, ¿dónde la he dejado? Aquí.
This is the smuggler I spoke of.
This was the smuggler you spoke of. Someone's coming.
You'll not sail off, you whore! Killer!
Qué mal me caen los magos de este juego, Dios. A ver, Gerardo. ¿Pero qué le hacen a Brígida? A ver. A ver, pervertido. Deja a Brígida. Odio al mago este, a los magos estos, en serio. ¿Dónde está? No le toques, no la toques. Mago, 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 aquí. Puto mago de mierda, ¿cómo te odio?
Thank you. I'd not have survived on my own.
Talk, woman. You've dragged me far away from the city. You owe me an explanation. Who were those men? Who have you been hiding from?
I don't know.
3 days like a rat, you said, and you don't know?
I knew. I mean, I had my suspicions.
So talk. Tell me about the Vipers.
They created this storm.
Are they working together?
I would say they detest one another. Or that's what they wish everyone to believe. The devil only knows.
What does Baron Kimbold want?
A strong Temeria, and a strong North. He's obsessed. He believes we're surrounded by rebels and traitors.
Ah, en este juego solo llevamos 2 polvos a todo esto.
He's probably not.
El contador de sexo está solo a 2.
But he is alone in believing that he himself is the remedy for that ailment.
Que quisieron
The
hacer
Baron
más
sees
historia.
himself on the Temerian throne. He claimed he would achieve this by marrying Anais.
Isn't she a little young for him?
He's a disgusting old setter. He'd be a tyrant were he to don the crown.
¿Cómo es Marabel?
You know what the Count intends?
No, but I cannot imagine anyone more different from Baron Kimbold.
Meaning?
I would call him a sheep were his heart not black. He's a jester, an especially nasty one, though I cannot identify his master. He may not even have one.
Seems you got to know the Baron and the Count well. Then there's Roach. Pretty interesting social life, I'd say.
Being a courtier, that was no life for me. I thought it terribly dull and found a remedy.
Searching for excitement shouldn't get you killed.
It's the last time I do anything of the sort.
You can't be sure of that. Is Vernon the only person you do favors for?
I've never betrayed Temeria, if that's what you ask.
¿Qué pasó con el convoy?
What happened to the convoy carrying Anais and Busi? What about the children?
We were ambushed. The caravan was destroyed.
I need details.
We were traveling along the agreed path, with a limited escort so as not to draw attention. The children were in 2 separate wagons, a safety measure, I was told.
Which one were you in?
I was with Anais. One day a messenger appeared with orders for the caravan's commander, a change of plans. We turned north to travel a longer route for safety's sake. Soon after the turnoff, we were attacked.
A ver qué le pasó a la señorita. No había presupuesto para la cinemática.
The attackers were killing everyone indiscriminately. One pulled me from the wagon, but a bolt pierced his neck. It was mayhem. I ran for the bushes and hid.
Did you see what happened to the children?
The driver of Boosie's wagon was shot. The horses got spooked and ran off into the forest, taking the wagon with them. When the fighting was done, they found Anais still in her wagon. I turned away for fear of what they might do. They merely grabbed her and fled.
Any idea what happened to the caravan commander's orders?
I have them. After they took Anais, the bastards were in a hurry. They didn't even think to search the corpses. Take them.
Thanks. Sure you can manage that boat?
I must. I'll not return to the city. Thank you again, Witcher. And follow this through. You'll do us all a favor.
Volver a Lockmuin, por favor. Que faltaba quedarnos ahí, en el bosque media hora. Venga, técnica speedrun. Una vez descubrimos que la técnica speedrun funciona bastante bien, creo que no vamos a dejar de usarlo. Así llegamos antes a los sitios y es más dinámico. Ahí. Me recuerda a cagar y al Zelda, como dije el otro día. A ver, vamos. Supongo que es por aquí. A tope, técnica speedrun. Que vaina la espada. A ver, Gerardo, por favor. Vale. Por aquí no es. Pues por aquí.
I believe there's been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my guards.
And what might I convey?
Nothing.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
For the last time, out!
Fuera aquí, pervertido.
Tend to this matter.
The convoy carrying Anais and Boosie was ambushed. Why?
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock, the one in which you ordered him to abandon the planned route.
Nonsense. I sent no such letter.
¿Esto qué es?
The letter bears your seal and signature, Baron.
Where is it?
I have it.
Show me.
You'll have to take my word.
The word of a wandering monster slayer means nothing to me. If that's the situation, I've said all I have to say. I wrote no such letter.
Words come cheap, Baron. I'm finding it hard to believe you.
I care little for what you believe. If this letter exists, we are dealing with a forgery. Whoever is behind this has crossed a Temerian noble, and will be duly punished. My scribe will test the letter and confirm what I claim.
Tu gente no es muy de fiar.
My claim, my scribe.
Reflexion.
I'd hardly call that
¿Qué pasa,
impartial.
my sweet patata?
Maybe
What's
I
up,
should just
Reflexion?
deliver the letter to Natalis.
Any accusation will
Are
be
you having a nice day?
dismissed. Heed
It's
my
coffee
words,
time,
Witcher.
maybe?
It would be unwise of you to jump to any conclusions. Speak with my scribe. There are objective
Voy a hacer un
means of
sorao.
examining
Café
the
mocha.
letter's authenticity. I promise to pay you
Sexy
well
café.
for learning the truth.
The truth does taste better when
Para que no
people
conozca Reflexion, es este señor tan sexy. Reflexion, Reflexion. Aquí. Look at this sexy boy.
I might have done that in a bad spot. Nope, worked out, worked out. Let's go. All right, the devil's dead. Look at that. We beat the game in 2 hours and 13 minutes, the base game. Let's go. And I don't even really count the first 10 minutes because I wasn't playing for the first 10 minutes. So it was more like...
Solo por patata chunga. Aquí os dejo el canal de Reflexion. Reflexion es el puto amo jugando a Cuphead, chavales. Si os mola Cuphead, Reflexion es el puto amo. The best player of Cuphead in all the fucking Twitch.
Where have we met?
¿Dónde está Natalis? ¿Quién es Natalis?
The king of
Drunker than a
reagents.
bard. Won't get anything out of him. Maybe there's something about testing letters in his notes.
A ver, sus notas le robamos. Le robo.
Calling me sauce.
Still in time.
I don't know any of these substances.
Vamos a robarle
risk
todo.
destroying the letter. Maybe there's a formula for the activator in the scribe's notes.
Today I'm going to beat this game, Reflection.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince.
Hoy nos petamos el juego.
To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform. I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Leer las notas, señor gusano. ¿Cómo? Tengo miedo.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit,
A ver.
rinse. Thus you will
A
the
ver.
facts evince. To
Tranquilo,
read the truth
stay
by
chill.
lies deformed,
Stay chill.
guano
¿Listillo?
into piss transform.
A ver.
How did it go?
Enciende.
Light, quench, shit, rinse.
Apaga.
Thus you will the facts
Mierda
evince.
enjuaga.
To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
A ver, a ver, a ver.
How did it go?
Enciende, apaga, mierda enjuaga.
Quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts
Transformar
evince.
el guano en pis.
To read the truth by lies deformed, guano
Transforma
into piss
guano en
transform.
pis. Vale, no comprendo esta mierda. Me he hecho aquí. Enciende, apaga, mierda enjuaga. Transforma guano en pis. Vamos a dejar esto aquí para que nos ayude en nuestra epopeya. No entiendo qué coño hay que hacer. Pero bueno. Enciende. Añadir agua al frasco. Calentar. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. ¿Qué es esto? Calentar el frasco de los vapores, sumergirlos en agua. Añade agua.
A bit of water.
Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. ¿Qué mierda es esto?
Heated copper.
Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. A ver.
Gotta be careful with this.
No entiendo nada. Mierda, enjuaga.
A bit of
Mierda.
burnt lime. Shit. Now I'll never know if the letter was fake.
¡No! ¡No! ¿Qué mierda es esto? Eliminar la partida guardada. A ver, eliminar, no, reanudar partida. Carguemos. ¿Dónde coño tengo la esta? Vale, no me he enterado de nada. Añadir mierda, enjuaga. A ver. No me he enterado de nada. Esto es muy críptico. Esto es...
Young alchemists. Not
Drunker than a
all that
bard.
falls out
Won't
an
get anything
ass
out of him.
is gold.
Maybe there's something
Yet a
about
corn
testing
moral
letters
hecha
in his
hechizos por el
notes.
ano.
spells out his hole.
Perfecto.
Vapors to cleanse in water cold.
A ver, nota del escriba.
Be bold.
Eso es totalmente estúpido. Ayuda. ¿Esto qué es? No comprendo nada de lo que hay que hacer.
The king of reagents.
Vamos a leer las cosas. Nota del escriba. Tinta invisible. ¿Qué? Vale. ¿Pero qué coño es esto? No comprendo nada. A ver, vamos a guardar aquí. Guardemos 8000 veces. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga.
Young alchemists. Not all that falls out
I
an
don't know any of these substances. Best not risk destroying the letter. Maybe there's a formula.
Una
for the
fórmula para el
activator in the
activador.
scribe's notes.
Leer las notas del escriba.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince.
Enciende, apaga, mierda,
To read
enjuaga.
the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
No comprendo nada. Probar con un borrador de la carta.
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
A ver. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. Enciende. Calentar cuidadosamente el frasco y añadir aceite de vitriolo. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. Esto es estúpido. Calentar el frasco, aislar los vapores y sumergirlos en agua. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga.
Wait for it to dissolve.
Apaga, mierda, enjuaga.
Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
Mierda, enjuaga. Enjuaga.
A bit of water.
Transformar guano en pis. ¿Qué es esto?
Gotta be careful with this. Damn. Destroyed that letter. I need to be more careful.
No comprendo.
I need to make the substance that will
Enciende,
bring out the
apaga,
dye
mierda,
and apply
enjuaga.
it to the letter.
Enciende.
Heated copper.
Apaga. Apaga. Mierda, enjuaga. Enciende, apaga.
A bit of water.
Mierda, enjuaga.
Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
Enjuaga.
Gotta be careful with this. Shit. Now I'll never know if the letter was fake.
No comprendo. ¡No! A ver. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga.
Young alchemist, do as you order.
¡Cállate, borracho!
Pass it to water.
I don't know any of these
Perdón,
substances.
pero esto hay que hacerlo.
Let's not risk destroying the letter. Maybe there's a formula for the... How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse.
Transformar el
Thus you
guano
will
en
the
pis.
facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform. I need to make the
Enciende,
substance that
apaga,
will bring
mierda,
out the dye
enjuaga.
and apply it to the letter.
¿Qué será? Encender, apagar, mierda, enjuaga. Calentar cuidadosamente el frasco y añadir aceite de vitriolo.
Gotta be careful with this.
Ahora hay que apagarlo.
Wait for it to dissolve.
Mierda, enjuagar. La mierda es el guano.
Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
Y se apaga con agua.
A bit of water. Damn. Destroyed that letter. I need to be more careful.
¿Pero qué es esto?
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. A ver. Enciende. Añadir cobre caliente al frasco. Enciende. Apaga, mierda, enjuaga. Enciende.
Wait for it to dissolve.
Apaga. ¿Cómo se apaga?
A bit of water.
Mierda.
Everything's better with
Enjuaga.
a bit of water. Shit. Now I'll never know if the letter was fake.
¿Pero qué es esto? Me está poniendo de los nervios. A ver.
Light, quench, shit.
Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. Madre mía. Mira, sudo polla. Si te pones críptico y hay que probar esto 10 veces, pues lo miro en internet porque me come todo lo que viene siendo la poronga. ¡Cállese, anciano! Vamos a buscar en internet. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. A ver qué me dice. Mira, buscas, enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga y te sale la guía de Witcher de primeras. A ver.
Young alchemist, do as you order.
Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. Enciende, apaga, mierda, enjuaga. ¿Cómo se llama esta misión de mierda? Lirios y víboras. Madre mía. A ver. Mierdas y víboras. Lirios y víboras. Ah, no hace falta utilizar esta. Lirios y víboras. No me deja. No existe esta misión. Lirios y víboras. No quiero estar aquí 17 horas, perdón, Si me pareciese interesante lo que está pasando, no haría esto, pero es que horrible. Añadir cal quemada al frasco. Empezamos bien. Agua, guano y calentar. Vale, ¿cómo cojones adivino yo esto? Venga, vamos a probar con el borrador. O sea, encender significa añadir cal quemada al frasco. Luego, apagar significa añadir agua al frasco. Que eso bueno. Añadir guano de cormorar. O sea, estaba bien haciendo el segundo paso bien. Y el tercero, porque era literalmente mierda. Y enjuagar. Enjuagar significa que hay que darle calentar frasco en los vapores y sumergirlos en el agua.
I need to add burnt lime to the flask, then quench it with water. Add bird guano to that, heat it, then capture the vapors and run the... I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Vamos a volver. Añadir cal quemada, pero ¿cómo coño? A ver si ensayo y error, es esto.
A little burnt lime.
Lo peor de todo es que soy, chavales, soy químico. Soy laboratorista. Pero si me dice esta mierda, yo no entiendo. El agua al frasco, a ver, hay que ser más claro. Añadir guano de cormorán. Mierda, eso estaba bien. Y esto de enjuagar, para mí enjuagar es echarle agua cuando acabamos. O lo que sea, o cualquier elemento. El compounds, calentamos.
Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kimball had nothing to do with this.
Y vamos a acusar a alguien. Habla con Kimball sobre la carta falsificada. A ver, Kimball. Hola, guapi. La carta era falsa.
You were right, Baron. The letter's forged.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt Boosie. Bastard or not, he is still a child. Your payment, Witcher. I want you to look into another matter.
Dígamelo.
What would it involve?
Count Linus Maravel. You've heard the name?
Young, capable, handsome.
Yes. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault.
Vamos a borrar esto de la caca.
The delegation arrived in Lochween. His people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters traveling to and fro, it reminds me more of a complicated courtship.
A todo esto se me ha olvidado grabar. Se me ha olvidado grabar, ¿verdad? Es que es... Buah, madre mía. A ver, administrador de tareas. ¿Por qué no me deja el puto juego? A ver, cállate, no me vale, lo haré, me da igual. Me da igual, déjame salir del juego.
Lord, we know where they are. What are your orders?
Estoy hasta los huevos, a ver, cargar partida. Cargar no, guardar, hostias. Me vuelvo muy loco, ser el menú principal. ¿Estaba grabando? Sí, estoy grabando. Me pone muy nervioso porque no me deja salir del puto juego. Y no sé si estoy grabando o no. Actualización de Steam. Reiniciar Steam. Mierda. Vamos a reiniciar Steam. ¿Y mi Satán dónde está? Se ha ido a pillar algo de picar. Perdón, perdón. Pero me pone muy nervioso que en estos juegos no me deje No me dejes salir, o sea, está mal hecho el juego. Tan mal hecho que no me deja salir a mirar las aplicaciones. Es que me estaba rayando en plan, a ver si no estoy grabando esta mierda. No hemos reiniciado Steam. Me pedía ahí reiniciar. Ahora llegará Satán, ahora llegará. Se ha ido a pillar algo de picar. Me pone muy nervioso los juegos estos. Que me da igual que sea viejo, ¿no? Han tenido tiempo para poner esto bien. Que no te deja salir, ¿sabes? Que se apropia del puto PC. O sea, he intentado como 10 veces salir al icono, ¿sabes? Con el icono de Windows, con la esta de tareas. Y no me deja salir del juego. Es que no entiendo. Me pone muy nervioso. Perdón, Pues quería verificar que estaba grabando o no. Y me estaba poniendo malo aquí. En plan, pero a ver. El mensajero, lirios y víboras. El mensajero. A ver, yo paso de toda esta gente. ¿Dónde está Tris Merigold? Por Temeria. Los asesinos de reyes. Los asesinos, bla bla bla. Ten paciencia y escucha. ¿Dónde está Tris Merigold? No sabemos. Por Temeria. Vale. Voy a salvar a Tris o ayuda a Roach a recuperar a la hija de Foltest. Se ha vuelto a buguear. Se ha vuelto a buguear, chavales. ¡Viva! ¡Viva! Me encanta este juego. Se ha bugueado contra la puerta. Mira, mira Gerardo, qué guapo es. Gerardo, guapo. Ha explotado. Vale. Apasionante el juego, está muy bien hecho. Fortemeria. Voy a salvar a Tris o ayuda a Mandingo, venga. A ver. Silar Fitzderstren y Portemeria, Vernon Roach. Venga, Portemeria. Me voy por aquí. Por allá, es que no sé por dónde ir. Me voy por otra puerta, que esa me da miedo.
Master Witcher.
What do you want?
¿Qué quiere?
My lord, the Right Honourable Count Maravel requests the pleasure of your company. He says it's urgent.
Seems like everything is these days. Tell the Count I'll think about it.
Fuck you.
Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious, Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing, and then the beatings, the torture. It's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas,
Satán, ¿sigues por ahí?
such is my homeland,
vuelva a mirar al
filled with
chat.
fear, and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
A response at once cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves, positively required in your profession.
If you say so.
If you say so.
What's so urgent, Count?
Etiquette is not your enemy, Witcher. It would not hurt you to embrace it at times. In any case, I could not help noticing you circulating in and out of Baron Kimbolt's quarters. Yet I wonder if you are fully aware of the kind of man you serve.
What do you mean?
He cuts a fine figure, doesn't he? The heavy cloak, the silver mane, the booming voice. Yet our worthy Baron is hardly the saint he makes himself out to be.
A lot of that going around recently.
I am in possession of certain information that might interest you.
We want information.
We come from different worlds, Witcher. On the surface, we are as unlike as
A ver qué
wraiths
trama el
and
pavo este. Seguro que es un
wyverns. Yet,
trama
no
mierdas
matter
de
our
estos.
preferences, culinary, political, erotic,
Es el Bárcenas de por aquí,
ultimately
este
we
pavo.
both are interested in and tirelessly seek one and the same thing: the truth.
La verdad es relativa.
You can talk, Count. I'll grant you that. But I'm not convinced you can be trusted. Baron Kimbold also offered me the chance to learn a certain truth. I don't think I need to say who about.
And you are certain that Kimbold can be trusted? Well, then I merely ask that you verify mine. You are not the sole person to have repeatedly visited our kind-hearted baronry.
Doesn't seem strange to me. given the time and the place.
He has also had some more troublesome callers, blackmailers to be specific.
Get to the point, Count.
My people have learned where these blackmailers are encamped. I assume Baron Kimbolt has not been sitting on his hands and has also dispatched his huntsman to find them. A horrible man.
I know who you mean. Ran into him in Kimbolt's quarters.
Then you must also know that if you do not make haste, nothing will be left of our blackmailers, save some rotting corpses.
I can't promise you anything, Count, but I'll think about it. Farewell.
Fuck you, Marabel. Si no eres una trama principal, me comes el culo. ¡Porteveria! Vale, tenemos que llegar hasta ahí de alguna forma. Por aquí. No, no es por aquí. Socorro. A ver, por algún lado tiene que ir. Es que esto es literalmente terrible. A ver, por aquí.
Diddle yourself, pauper.
Aliviate solo, pobretón, me dice. Fulana y maleducada, madre mía. A ver, Janos. Voy a salvar a Tris o ayuda a Roach. ¿Qué? Que venga aquí. Que venga aquí, me dice. A ver. De puta madre. Empezamos bien. Por la noche. Que venga aquí. Es que me ponen nervioso estas misiones, a más no poder. Que venga aquí. Vengo aquí y no hay una polla aquí. He dicho que no me iba a enfadar, pero me importa una mierda. Si está mal hecho, está mal hecho. Porteveria. Venga. Vernon Roach. Brassbard Ard. A ver, pues si no es por puto aquí, pues vamos al otro sitio a ver qué cojones hay. Me parece muy mal que te pongan un sitio del mapa para ir y luego no haya nada.
Hey.
Nothing special.
You are to guard the camp like it's the Emperor. Look who's here. The Rivian Witcher.
Greeting.
Our paths cross often, it seems.
Too often.
What do you seek here?
Triss Merigold.
In the Nilfgaardian camp? Fistek has addled your brain.
Lower your sword, son.
You've got cheek, Geralt.
Let's go.
Get
One
the
false
commander.
move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son
Puedo cortar
again.
el puto cuello
My
ya.
men won't let you leave here alive.
Puedo cortar el puto cuello ya.
Your Excellency, and I believe you will.
Yo intento hacer la transmisión, pero que Jesucristo quiere que haga esta.
Himself. He'd rather die than give you Merigold.
Then he'll die.
No, mark my words. You will. Unless you...
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him, for we shan't move one bit. Renwald! He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
Se viene, vamos a matarlos a todos. Sí.
But Ambassador Fitz-Esteland. Your Excellency. Orders from the capital.
Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Vamos a darles duro por... Acaben la frase.
Die, Northling!
Muere norteño, me dice. ¿Cómo saben que soy vasco? Mira que os tiro una bomba. Vamos a probar a tirar las bombas. ¿Cómo se tiraban las bombas aquí? No me acuerdo. Armas. A ver, bombas. Colmena. Necesitamos una colmena. O un simón de estos. ¿Cómo se tira? Mierda, ¿qué he hecho? ¿Qué he hecho? ¿Qué he hecho? Bolsillos. Relaja, que ponte aquí. ¿Cómo se tiran? ¿Cómo se tiraba? Bolsillos, vamos a probar cosas aquí. R. ¡Tómalo! ¡Come culo! Por llamarme norteño, ya os vale. Me llamas norteño, te tiro una bomba. Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué Gerardo saca la espada de plata? Está borracho. ¡Larga vida a los tropezones! ¡Ay! A ver, venid todos a por mí y así os tiro una bomba de estas. Venid a por mí, vamos. Venid a por mí, chicos. ¡Muere, perro!
Long live the Emperor!
Venga, lío. Necesito una llave, vale. ¿Dónde narices estará la llave? ¿En qué cadáver estará esa llave loca y sensual? Necesito una llave. ¿Aquí? Orange, vale, aquí no es. Pues le robo todo. Técnica de pervertido a las 9 de la mañana, a coger todo. Todo. Me llevo todo. A ver, sube. ¿Puede usted subir, señor Gerardo? Pues Gerardo no sube. Empezamos bien. Tiene que haber otro modo, que es ir por donde estabas yendo. Sube la puta escalera, vamos. Me enfada el juego. Me enfado. Ah, que han subido aquí como ratas estos dos. ¿Tienes la llave?
Long live the Emperor!
Pues si no tiene la llave será por aquí. Supongo.
Did you really think you could just prance in here? Make
Sí.
the Emperor proud! Kill him!
Northling!
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
Las filas de nuestro ejército son infinitas. 5 minutos después. ¿Pero qué ha pasado?
Die, dog!
Stubborn beast, Northling.
Venga, más gentuza, por favor.
Long live the Emperor!
Joder, relaja. ¡Pero el ojo! ¿En serio? Tu Gerardo de Rivia. Me han hecho una puta mierda ahí de sándwich. Joder, venga.
Long live the Emperor!
Larga vida a cagarte en el pecho, venga, vamos. Y empezamos bien. Vale, la espada de plata por lo menos no la ha sacado. Voy a ponerme las bombas que me han sido útiles. A chuparla. F5. F9 no. ¿Qué he hecho? ¿Qué he hecho? ¿Qué he hecho? ¡No he cargado! ¡No! Odio la vida. Muerte, destrucción. Ay, si le da la F9 me la F5. Los odio a todos, a todos.
Die, Nordling!
Ya te había sido perfecto. F5. No se puede guardar, venga, F5, F5. O se puede guardar, es que podemos ir por aquí. Jesucristo. Ahí. Venga, vamos.
Long live the Emperor!
Larga vida, chusquis. A ver.
Did you really think you could just prance in here?
Venga.
Make the Emperor proud. Kill him!
Putos perros que me han hecho un sándwich antes aquí.
Die, Nordling!
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless!
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. ¿Pero qué es esto? ¿Por qué quitan tanto? Tome culo. ¿Por qué quitan tanto? Socorro, a ver. Quitan mucho y yo no les quito una puta mierda, a ver. ¿Por qué va con espada de plata? Es un puto retrasado, Gerardo. Me pone muy nervioso que saques la espada y de repente cambia a la de plata. Porque sí. Mira, ahora ya no tiene la de plata, pero antes tenía la de plata. Es imbécil. Gerardo, eres imbécil. Cuando no le quitas nada es que llevas la de plata.
Did you really think you could just prance in here?
Vamos, Gerardo.
Make the Emperor proud. Kill him!
Madre mía, que me pone muy nervioso. ¿En qué momento ha cambiado la espada de plata?
The Imperial Army's ranks are endless.
A ver, corre para atrás, anda. Y tiene una de estas. ¿Por qué tiene la de plata? Es imbécil. ¿Por qué saca la de plata? No entiendo. O sea, cuando tiene una bomba, saca la de plata. Gerardo, eres gilipollas. No puto comprendo en lo que piensa el personaje este. Venga, ahora buguéate y no les pegues. Me pone muy nervioso este juego. Quiero tirar una bomba y me cambia de espada después de tirar la bomba. Estamos tontos. Vamos a ver si hace lo mismo otra vez. Ahora no me ha cambiado la espada. Ha tirado la bomba y la ha tirado bien. Me pone nervioso.
Long live the Emperor! Long live the Emperor!
Cárgate los dos. En serio, me pone muy nervioso esta vez. Partida guardada. No es muy responsivo que yo diga esto.
Congratulations, Witcher. They were my best men.
Free Triss, or join them.
You amaze me. How can you risk your life for a witch?
There are things you and your kind will never comprehend.
And what are those?
Friendship.
Tell me, is the friendship of traitors and conspirators worth it?
What are you talking about?
Your friend and the other witches conspired against your rulers.
You lie.
You think it impossible?
Triss was loyal to the crown.
You're a fool. That's what happens when tits take over a man's
Tetas.
mind.
I don't believe you.
That's irrelevant at this point. During our chat, my people managed to regroup, call for reinforcements.
Maybe now they'll start fighting like men.
Time to show you the Empire's true power. Surround him!
Ay.
Long live the Emperor!
A ver, relaja la raja, pervertido. Madre mía. Madre mía, ya empezamos. Ya empezamos con su mierda de magos. Magos de los cojones. Su puta madre. Madre mía. Aquí, sin previo aviso, cómete una poronga. Cómete una poronga. Venga, alquimia. Bébete una cosita de estas papas. Bébete un gato. Bueno, un gato, una golondrina. Y ya está. Para adelante. Y al lío, hermano.
Friend,
tell.
What are you? You.
Venga, al lío.
Surround him.
Ala, venga, empezamos de forma putamente gratuita. Vamos primero por los mataos. Joder, su puta madre, el mago de mierda. Qué asco me dan los magos, en serio. Tío. cuidado. Cuidado que me la lea. Muere Nilfgaardiano. ¡Puta madre! Puto mago de mierda, qué asco da. A ver, vamos, 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 corre, banana. Madre mía, corre, corre. Mira aquí, perro. Madre mía. Venga, vamos. Odio a vuestros magos.
Emperor, I failed you.
Odio a sus magos. F5, F5, vamos.
Geralt?
Didn't expect to see me.
Are you kidding? The only person you expect to see in a Nilfgaardian dungeon is the executioner.
Did they torture you?
They tried various things, but they got nothing from me.
When I left Flotsam with Vernon, I somehow doubted I'd find you so soon.
I know it was hard on you. I'll never forget this, you hear? Never.
Couldn't you ask your friends from the Lodge for help?
How do you know of the Lodge?
I just do. Listen, Triss, to come here for you, I had to split up with Vernon. Temeria is in danger of disintegrating.
Are you sorry you chose to come here?
No, I'm not. But freeing you from Shillard's grasp was not my only reason for coming.
Perdón, volvió a darme la llorera.
To explain your role in this mess.
Ya has cenado, Satan.
And to explain why you lied to me.
That's not true.
I know about the Lodge.
Oye, hay que animar a Satan.
Behind Demavend's assassination.
Sí.
I know Triss Merigold is a member of the
Lodge. Día de cena.
It's not like that.
Show me the error in my reasoning.
True. I'm a member of the Lodge. Just like 8 other sorceresses. But if you think I'm responsible for the Lodge's actions, you're badly mistaken. The Lodge is a theater.
Había sobras, no. Lo peor para animar a nadie.
To the point where you didn't know about the murder they planned?
To the point where I was no longer invited to gatherings.
Why?
They stopped trusting me.
Niñas petardas es lo que ha pasado.
9 women very
Gremlins
rarely agree
malditos.
on anything. The actual problem was that
Tell me.
I was close to you. If Sheila fears anyone, it's Geralt of Rivia. The Lodge did everything to convince me that our relationship didn't bother them, even that it suited them. But they manipulated me. Through me, they fed you selective
Coliflor gratinada, ensalada de pasta
Depending
y
on
una
the
naranjita.
circumstances, they twisted facts.
We're still close. They could still be doing
Está mal.
Don't insult me.
Calm down, Triss. Reynold Ep Matson claimed otherwise, but I'll always take your word over that of some Nilfgaardian lowlifes. Now, you'll tell me everything you know. I need to learn the truth.
All existing councils of mages disintegrated after the Thanad
Ya está
massacre.
mejor, Yeji.
We all acted separately. Philippa decided to create a new organization, a secret one this time. When I was sworn in, it never crossed my mind that the Lodge's plans would soon become secret to its members. As you know, Philippa's not one for minor undertakings. She presented a plan for creating a powerful state controlled by sorceresses.
Sigues enfadada por la niña hija de perra esa. No me extraña que los reyes estén alerta con los magos.
No wonder the kings are opposing the sorceresses. Nobody likes a schemer.
Philippa and Sheila never lacked ideas or enthusiasm. To control a powerful state, they needed to create one first. Or find a wealthy land with a suitable political arrangement and an easily manipulated ruler. Sheila chose the Pontar Valley, Demavend, and Stennis.
Demavend hated mages.
No more than Henselt or Radovid. Sheila and Philippa saw Demavend as the weakest ruler. His son, Stennis, blows hot and cold. Plus, he who controls the Pontar Valley controls the north. So it was in Edirn that a popular rebel emerged, preaching the idea of a new
¿Qué te pasa? ¿Tengo que
At
achuchar
one
a
of our
alguien?
meetings, I just asked how they imagined
Acucharar a
us
alguien, no
controlling
vale, vale.
Demavend. That was the last time I was invited. After Demavend's death, I became suspicious, but had no evidence. Philippa brushed me off. When you went off to
Se
meet
acaba de hablar y
Philippa
puedo
and
leer
Sheila
esto.
was busy with the Karen's carcass, I managed to scan parts of her megascope. That's when I learned that Sheila had dealings
Me
with
está contando
Acto.
aquí toda la mandanga. No estoy enfadada, hace rato que no lo estoy, quiero decir. Sí pienso, me sigue dando rabia, pero ya no pienso. Ahora estoy sensible sin más. Mal día en el curro y la regla. Uf, compañera. No soy tu compañera, soy tu compañera. Lástima que no lo supiera.
If only I'd learned that, everything could have been different.
Letho must have shadowed me when I entered Sheila's room. Then he forced me to teleport us to somewhere near Vergen.
Did you talk to him?
He wasn't aggressive. In Vergen, he told me that Sheila commissioned them to assassinate Demavend. Them being the Witchers of the School of the Viper. Sheila helped them prepare the assassination.
Estás cansada, quemada y harta.
Is that important?
Conspirators who suddenly divulge everything? I'd be suspicious.
There was some interference as we teleported to Edirn.
Te quedan
I
como
emerged
20 días de
intact,
curro, más o menos,
and
¿no?
battered. I knew Philippa was in the area. I decided to go see her and lay my cards on the table.
Maybe Letho wanted just that.
I met a woman in
22.
Philippa's house.
Los
Thought
tiene
she was just a
contados.
servant or Philippa's lover. Before I could speak, I was overpowered by spells.
Quítale 6 días.
I hardly expected an
16 días de
attack.
curro, tomar por culo, ya está. Te
The
olvidas.
pain I felt as my body was compressed. It's indescribable. As if all my bones were being broken.
Menos
It's
en
even
verdad
worse when
porque
you
no he
return to
quitado
your true form.
festivos.
In any case, Philippa had no idea her lover was a Nilfgaardian spy. I was carried as that figurine all the way to Loch Muin. Asira decompressed me back just before they murdered her. Shillard interrogated me but learned nothing. If it
El
wasn't
22 es
for
el
you,
último día.
they'd have had me quartered.
Pues a chuparra el día 22.
I didn't piece the puzzle together until I was here, in the dungeon. Now you know everything.
Que le jodan a los niños ese día. Sales del colegio así. ¡Fuck you, niño! Y le pegas una patada en la cara al gremlin ese que te atormenta. ¿Sabes qué ha conocido? Lleva la motosierra el último día. ¿Quién ordena la muerte de Foltest? Me da igual.
That'll have to do for now.
We'll learn more at the talks.
You're going to attend?
You have no memory of how the world worked before the Thanad
Hay
massacre.
que salir atropellando
Actually,
niños
I
ese
know
día.
exactly how it worked.
That means...
We'll talk about my memory later.
All right. If the Council and Conclave still existed, kings wouldn't be assassinated and massacres would be less frequent. This is our chance to restore these institutions, and we shouldn't miss it. Normalizing relations between the rulers and the mages who advise them is our only chance for peace.
And our only chance to dismantle the Lodge.
The Lodge will disintegrate anyway. Once the kings learn it was behind the assassinations, they'll start a witch hunt. We can prevent that from happening. I'm all for punishing the guilty, but can't abide collective
El 22 ya es libertad.
I'm ready to go and reveal everything I know about Philippa Eilhart, Sheila de Tanserville, and their schemes.
Let's go then.
En esa época ya les habrán dado las notas finales a la gente que haya pencado. O sea, en los grados y eso. Las segundas finales son una semanita antes. Son entre la semana del 15 y el 22, creo. F5, F5, F5.
They followed their leader too blindly. They didn't slaughter themselves.
Que haya poquito, tranquilos.
We shouldn't arrive at the same time. Let's split up.
No te fíes de las otras hechiceras, no quiero volver a perder.
Triss.
Yes?
That was some mess. I wouldn't want to see you hurt like that again.
Don't worry, I'll manage. See you at the talks.
All right.
Hemos ganado nivel. Entra en la Cucumber. La Cucumber de los hechiceros. Y hemos fallado la de Radovid porque hemos elegido la de Triss. Habla con Triss antes de entrar en el anfiteatro. Ok. El anfiteatro. Vale, ¿dónde porongas tengo que ir? Joder, una ciudad de mierda.
Break your wands and burn your hats. Turn away the black.
¿Necesitas algo? Tú puedes atar ánimo. ¿Necesitas algo aunque sea hablar? Estoy por aquí, sí, para todos ustedes. Así me gusta, Yeji. Vamos a robar a esta gente. Yeji full compromise. ¿Es por aquí? ¿Por dónde coño estoy yendo? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? ¿Cómo me he metido aquí? Casa de Lockmuin. ¿Qué cojones es eso? ¿Dónde pollas me he metido? ¿Qué coño hago aquí? ¿Qué estoy haciendo aquí? ¿Dónde estoy? ¿Qué es este sitio? ¿Cómo he llegado aquí? Muchas gracias, lo mismo Diego. Vale, ¿por qué me dejan llegar hasta aquí? Venga, vamos. Speedrun. No comprendo el mapa este, lo han hecho muy lioso. Totalmente estúpido el mapa, a ver, vamos. A ver, mapa de cagar ladrillos, a ver, vámonos. Mira el mapa, ¿por dónde porongas tengo que ir hasta ahí? Circo Oviedo. Tengo que dar toda la vuelta por aquí y venir por aquí. ¿Qué cojones es esto? En serio, no entiendo, no comprendo. Que embañe la espada, no quiero. Hundomiel. ¿Tú vas a jugar al Elden Ring? Sí. Me lo quiero empezar cuando acabe el de Witcher 3 y demás. O sea, quiero petar un montón de jueguis así que sean más cortitos. Y después ya petar el Elden Ring como un baboso. ¡Un baboso! Quiero ir a por ello. Quiero darle como un mono. Entra en la cubre. ¿Me deja pasar, señor? ¿Dónde cojones entra la cubre? ¿Por qué me haces esto, Jesús? Por Dios, avísenme cuando empieces si no estoy por aquí. ¿Te gusta el Elden Ring y los Dark Souls? Que quiero verlo. Guay. A mí el que más me gusta de los Souls es el Dark Souls 1. ¿Sabes? Algún día cuando alguien me obligue a jugarlo, me lo paso a puños. A puñetazo limpio me lo voy a pasar. A ver, ¿es por aquí? ¿Por dónde coño tengo que ir, Jesús? ¡Arpías! ¡Ah! ¿Qué es esto?
You stink.
Llámame rara. ¿Por qué? Me flipa ese juego y no sé qué tiene, pero me encanta ver jugar a la gente al Elden Ring. Me relaja. Pues están muy chulos. Los Souls a mí me gustan mucho. O sea, Me ves jugando al The Witcher y me enfado, pero porque me enfado porque no son como Monster Hunter o Dark Souls. Que si te comes una hostia es tu culpa porque... ¿Sabes? Porque son muy responsivos los controles. O sea, tú si quieres hacer algo, lo haces en el juego. Si es una mala decisión, es una mala decisión y te fastidias. Hola, perro. ¡No, no, 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 por Dios! ¡No, no, no! ¡No, no, no! ¡No, yo no quería! ¡Mierda!
Now listen here. Now listen here.
Pobre perro. Juro que no quería. A ver, ¿qué ha pasado? ¿Cómo llego hasta aquí? No entiendo. Puto mapa asqueroso. Ay. En serio, puto mapa.
Behave yourself, Witcher.
Que behave mi culo. Venga, fuera de aquí. Que embañe la espada. A ver. ¿Dónde cojones tengo que ir? En serio. ¿Qué clase de mierda turbulenta es esta? A ver, por aquí me voy. Por aquí me voy. ¿Dónde cojones tengo que ir? En serio. Tengo que ir por aquí. No comprendo. ¿Qué te ha hecho? No me ha hecho nada. Yo quería... Sin más, quería interaccionar con él. Y parece ser que en vez de interaccionar, pues le ha cortado la cabeza. A ver, por aquí no es, o sí, ¿qué cojones? ¿Cómo llego hasta ahí, hasta la logia? Por aquí. Supongo. No sé por dónde ir, por aquí he venido antes. Por aquí son del perro, ¿verdad? Perdón, perro. ¡Ah! Está ahí. No le he matado, no habéis visto nada. Sigue vivo, sigue vivo. Sigue vivo, está ahí. Nadie ha visto nada. Ha saltado y todo para caer con más ímpetu. A ver, ¿por aquí? A ver, mapa. Odio estos mapas, en serio. O me dejas ir o no, pero... ¿Pero por dónde cojones tengo que ir? Quiero ir por aquí, pero no sé cómo cojones llegar hasta ahí. O la busca en el cadáver este raro. Por aquí abajo, ¿no? No comprendo, en serio. Queridos vagabundos. Es por aquí. Nilfgaard. No, por aquí estoy yendo a la zona esta. Joder, a ver. Tío, por aquí no es. Sí o sí. Que no sé ya por dónde coño estoy yendo. Yo ya no sé ni por dónde voy. He saltado y todo para caer con más ímpetu. Ha atacado el perro en plan loco. Loco muine. A ver, por aquí es cerrado, joder. Vale, no sé cómo llegar. Me pone muy nervioso esto. Loco muine. ¿Y por aquí? Vale, por aquí es donde he matado a todo el puto mundo. Y no creo que sea por aquí, a no ser que... Que sí, es que no sé. Que entre en la cumbre de los hechiceros. No sé ni llegar. No sé ni dónde está. Vale, por aquí he venido antes. Es que me cago en la hostia. Cómo odio estos mapas. Por aquí he venido antes. Es que no va a ser por aquí. Es que sé que no va a ser por aquí. No. Joder. Me pone nervioso. Si haces un puto mapa, hazme un puto mapa bien hecho. Y me jode porque el mapa del 1 estaba muy bien hecho. Que es lo que me fastidia. Que en el 2 cambian muchas cosas a mejor. Pero el mapa es una puta mierda. A ver. Joder. En serio, no sé dónde cojones tengo que ir. Me ponéis nervioso con vuestros mapas de culo de mono. Me vengo por aquí, con las puertitas. Es que, madre mía, ¿cuántas puertitas hacen falta? ¿Cuántas puertas he de traspasar? ¿Qué cojones? No hay nada por aquí, por aquí. ¿Hemos llegado a algún lado? Dime que es por aquí, señor. No, creo que es un... No hay salida, ¿verdad? ¿Dónde coño estoy? No, es por aquí. Quiero venir por aquí. No comprendo nada. Campamento del Nilfgaardiano. A ver. Si me vengo por aquí hay algo interesante. ¿Qué es esto? Cerrado, no. No. En serio, no sé dónde coño tengo que ir. ¿Qué es esto?
What do you want here?
¿Me pone más nervioso este juego?
What's he doing here?
A ver.
Bear, crow, something wide.
A ver, ¿por dónde tengo que ir? Dime que es por aquí. No, hay dos borrachos. Es que madre mía. Me pone malo este juego a veces. Vamos. No puto entiendo a dónde tengo que ir. Vale. El único fruto del amor. ¿Qué es esto?
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal walls!
It's a brazen attack.
No puedo con esto, en serio. ¿Cómo cojones llego hasta ahí? Tengo que llegar ahí. Y es que no entiendo cómo llegar. Como hay un cambio. ¡Me cago en tu puta madre! Iba por aquí. Cago en la hostia. Es que veo eso y creía que no había camino. Vamos. Me estaba volviendo loco y había un puto camino ahí. Cate.
Are you thirsty or hungry? Have a nice stay in Lochmuin.
Odio Lochmuin. Está mal hecha. Latriz.
We're about to witness a great event.
Vamos.
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's go inside.
It's now or never.
Madre mía, me está volviendo loco.
We have deliberated extensively in Vizima on who is to succeed to the Temerian throne. Because the fate of Foltest's last child remains unknown, we could not reach an agreement. Unable to reconcile the interests of the esteemed Temerian houses, we have no choice but to divide the country into provinces along the barony's current borders.
This cannot be, John Natalis. Temeria stands between Nilfgaard and the north. It must be a strong and united realm.
I, too, would wish it so, Your Majesty. But when Foltest was cut down by an assassin, the country's very heart burst.
I have learned that Anais La Valette is currently in the hands of the sorcerer Deathmold.
Clearly you have yet to learn of the slaughter that occurred today in the Kedweni camp, King Radovid.
Yet there is hope if the child lives. I hasten to remind you that Vernon Roach, his capture is also your responsibility. He is suspected of murdering King Henselt soon after the monarch's triumph in Vergen. As a Temerian soldier, Roach remains under your jurisdiction, Natalis.
Vernon Roach disappeared with his unit a few days after the successful siege of La Valette Castle. Should he reappear in Temeria, he shall be arrested and tried as the law prescribes.
Atentos, vamos a presenciar 3 horas de política. Y luego mandangón al final, pero 3 horas de política.
To the matter at hand. The document describing the charter of the Council and the Conclave is, as previously ascertained, an exact copy of the charter found in the ruins on Thanet Island. The more important question relates to the Conclave and its power to designate royal advisors. Today, randomly chosen mages and sorceresses reside at many courts. However, in the time of the previous conclave, such persons were carefully chosen.
Why shouldn't we pick our own advisors?
These individuals bear great responsibility, Your Majesty. The conclave needs to be certain they are competent.
And that they will keep the conclave's interests in mind.
Obviously, sire. The conclave's chief interest is the well-being and prosperity of the northern kingdoms. The document has been signed by every member of the conclave we have proposed, as well as by all but one of the designated advisors. We await only Sheila de Tanserville's signature.
Without our royal seals, you should be allowed to designate advisors to cowherd at most.
That is true, Your Majesty.
Sheila de Tanserville should never be allowed to sign this document.
Triss Merigold, you decided to join us after all.
De Tanserville has royal blood on her hands. She can't sit on the conclave.
That is a lie.
Have you anything to support these claims, Merigold?
There are witnesses who will confirm that Sheila de Tanserville was behind the assassinations of Demavend and Foltest.
Officials of the future council and conclave. Sheila de Tanserville should be arrested and tried. If Triss Merigold speaks the truth, Lady de Tanserville will be condemned to death.
Se viene. Estos son los caballeros de la Rosa Llameante, los del primer juego, no sé si os acordáis.
Sheila de Tanserville, until Triss Merigold's charges are dismissed or refuted, you cannot sit on the conclave.
Arrest her.
Son ellos, ¿no? O se me ha ido la olla completamente. ¿Cómo van con el escudito ese en la rosa?
You don't know the whole truth. Merigold doesn't know what she's talking about.
¡Cuidado! Es un dragón. Se viene lo bueno, a la mierda la política. ¡No escapes, cobarde! Oh no, hemos fallado nuestra misión culera. ¡Speedrun, vamos!
Stand back while you can, Witcher. You can't stop me, not you, not anyone else. If I have to, I will kill you. How do you like my dragon?
¡Corre, Gerardo, corre! ¡Gerardo, Gerardo!
You're late. I've already managed to stabilize the portal.
You've got nowhere to run. Sooner or later, somebody will find you.
I prefer to leave on my own terms.
Where's Letho?
Sir Synthesis will tend to him, as she will to all the fools who get a hard-on at the mere thought of burning a sorceress at the stake.
Where is he?
I don't know, fool. I've been looking for him since Foltest's assassination. Letho cheated all of us. We were deceived by his dull face and sluggish stare. Don't you understand? The Lodge sought a way to get rid of Demavend, that's true. He was a weak, volatile king. Edirn would eventually choke to death under his rule. We chose the lesser evil. He had to be eliminated, and Letho happened to be at hand.
Foltest? Henselt?
We had nothing to do with that. After assassinating Demavend, Letho used our gold and magical support to find and meet Yorveth. The elf was to help him hide until the matter blew over, or so I thought. The Lodge did not condemn Foltest to die.
Then who did?
Nilfgaard. Letho is the king of liars and emperor of traitors. From the start, he worked for the glory of the great sun and the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes. He lied to everyone. Me, Yorveth, your stupid little Triss, and you.
Got any evidence?
A moment ago, I received a message from the Lodge's agent in Sintra. The Imperial Army is on the move. They're fording the Yaruga now. Do you think the North can defend itself in the current situation? And can you count on another miracle at Brenna?
I don't know, but you made it all possible and you'll answer for that. The stigma of treason is yours for all time.
We shall see. For no one will leave this city alive. No one will tell this story. Philippa controls the dragon. As soon as I disappear, it will turn the city into a flaming tomb.
The dragon attacked Foltest's troops during the siege of La Valette Castle. That hardly supports your tale.
We did not control it then. We may have lost a battle, but the war is just beginning. You, however, shall not take part in it. This is your end, Witcher.
Dale
Farewell!
una
Something's
hostia.
not right. The diamond! Someone replace the diamond! This one's flawed! I'll be torn to bits! Geralt, remove it!
La 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 la. ¿Que haga qué?
The diamond! Remove the diamond! I'll give you anything you want!
Sexo. F5.
No!
Palomitas. Ha explotado. ¡Coño, un dragón! ¡Ay, mi arma, mi culo! A ver, Gerardo, Gerardo. Está bug. Soy yo o el juego está bien de bug.
Damn, you're ugly.
¡Qué feo eres, perro! Esta pelea está más bug que The Witcher 1 entero. Mira cómo vuela el brujo, con sus artes de brujo. Y con sus alas de brujo. Y con su culo de brujo. Esto está más bug. Madre mía. Madre mía, ¿quién ha hecho este juego? Ah, sí, CD Projekt. Está usted más bug. Bueno. Yo mientras aquí dando una vueltiña. Ay. Ay. Eso era mi cara, dragón. Vamos a buguearnos. Perdió su vida en el bug. Ay. Partida guardada por aquí. ¡Vivas una golondrina, güey! ¡Ah! Vamos a matar a un dragón. Se vendrá plot twist. Ah, ya todo esto, deberíamos subir este nivel y eso. A ver, por aquí. Agudiza en combate. Tenemos 11 talentitos. ¿Esto qué era? Probabilidad de efecto crítico, más vitalidad, bien. Baja instantánea, todos los efectos críticos más 5%. Perfecto. Nos quedan 3 talentos. Reducción de daño. Sí. Y velocidad de regeneración de energía durante el combate. Venga. Ahora sí que sí. Nos vamos. No se puede guardar en este momento, pero estamos ready. Ven aquí, dragón. Ahí. Cuanto más he de sufrir. Dragón malo. A ver, gira, gira, da vueltas. 10 minutos de golondrina. Sobrevivirás. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a ver, a ver. ¡Eh! ¡Saca la cara! ¡Lucha como un... ¡Ay, cobarde! ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! ¡Socorro! ¿Pero por qué quita tanto? Tengo miedo. ¡Ah! Su puta madre. A ver, Snoopy. ¡Hola, hola, hola, hola! Está mazo loco. Tírale Simon. Puta madre, tírale Simon otra vez. Ay, 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 ay. No, 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 relaja la raja, le relaja la raja. Buah, me estás turbo follando, A ver, a ver, ¿qué le podemos tirar, Estrellas danzantes y colmenas. Explota con fuego, venga. Da vueltas, gira en círculos. Ay, qué hostia me ha dado. A ver, señor. Pero tírale. Pues le puedes tirar esa mierda. No. No se la puede tirar. Explota con el fuego. A ver, pues tírale colmenas. Le estoy quitando una mierda. Socorro. ¡Hola! Feo eres, tío. Puta madre. Puta madre, ¿cómo quita? Me muero, que me muero. Vale, es infumable. Madre mía. Me ha hecho mierda. A ver, alquimia. Lo primero, súbete todas las mandangas estas. Precisión. Súbete esto. Esto de aquí. Efectos críticos. Regeneración de energía a tope. Vamos a chutarnos golondrina. Nos podemos chutar 2 golondrinas. Y a ver, veneno, incineración más 30. Hemorragias más 30. Y oropéndola. Y vamos a chutarnos una oropéndola. Venga. Vamos a ver si conseguimos hacer esto. Hola, Fermín, soy yo. El presi de la FP, ¿qué tal andas? Hostias, Oswald, ¿qué tal? Pues aquí intentando pasarnos el de Witcher 2, que hay fumadón aquí con el dragón este. ¿Qué tal las notas, Oswald, tío? ¿Te ha ido bien? estos días, si tienes algo así suspendido, creo que había... Eran las finales, ¿no? Venga, se viene fumadón contra el dragón, venga. Un poco mal, odio redes. Es que redes puede ser muy difícil. Pero hay curro, si consigues... Uy. Si consigues ir guay, hay curro ahí, Si consigues lutar en redes, vas a tener curro. Socorro, a ver. Con cuidado. Hola, hola, hola. Ahí. ¡Vamos, Gerardo! La puta oropéndola, madre mía. No sé si ha sido la oropéndola o que antes ha fumado 4 porros el dragón. Y yo que sé de primer año, tengo segundo final. Uy, ¿qué hay que hacer? Quick Time Event. Fallo Quick Time Event y muero. Creo que hay segunda final, aunque seas de segundo. Pero te retrasa las prácticas al curso que viene. Y mira, lo ha pescado, lo ha pescado. Ahora es hora del plot twist, chavales. Nos hemos pasado el juego bastante rápido. Solo quedaban 2-3 horitas, tío, de gameplay. Y ayer se nos fue la olla. Qué casualidad de rama, leches. Sí, a tomar por culo, Yeji. Ahora ya no tiene corazón el dragón. Se autoapuñaló. ¿Mata al dragón o vete? Vamos a matar al dragón. ¿Matamos al dragón o nos vamos? ¿Qué decidís, chicos? Ojo, qué bien ha venido la ramita. Tenemos dos situaciones posibles. Irnos o matar al dragón. ¿Qué hacemos? Mátale. Yeji ha decidido que se viene la muerte del dragón. No le dejes sufrir. O lo matas tú o se muere desangrado. Ser el brujo George. Usando un logro que se llama ser el brujo George.
A list of the lodge's sorceresses.
A list of the whores you'll help us find.
What's going on here? Se viene algo muy turbio, Estos imperios, que son unos malditos nazis, se ponen a matar a todo el mundo. Y para eso sirven los magos, para hacer kebab. Solo te ha quedado redes, Oswald. O... en plan, vas limpio menos con redes a las finales. Yo solo tengo que ir el viernes a por las notas y ya está. Y en la matrícula. Venga, estamos ya en la parte del epílogo. Aunque mañana tengo examen de arduinos. Hostias, de arduinos. Madre mía, solo me ha caído redes. ¿Y por qué tienes examen de arduinos? En plan de recuperación solo de eso. Tienes que programar lo de las luces LED y demás, ¿no? O que haga alguna cosilla.
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the dragon?
Sensores y saber si funcionan o no.
I had to kill it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Suerte con el examen de
Philip
arduinos, que son un
enslaved the
coñazo.
dragon with her magic. If I'd let it live, we'd surely find it serving the Lodge of Sorceresses. Many more would have died. Before the sorceresses broke the creature's will, it was noble and beautiful in its own way. But I'm dead tired of having to choose the lesser evil.
Let's get out of here.
I guess Letho got away.
He's waiting for you.
Waiting?
Where the Temerians made camp. Come on.
Vamos.
This should be interesting. What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Kedwenis clashed with the Temerians.
No puedo.
The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and
Vale,
killed
llevo
those
5
who
minutos
dared
con
try to
esto.
help them.
Do you think the council
Voy a
and
buscar a
conclave
Leto.
will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only
Después de
thing
este
that
jugarás al
prevented a
3,
wholesale
sí.
massacre. Hard to
Mañana
say
y
if they'll
pasado
survive,
empezamos,
but for
jugamos
the
al
time
3.
being, no one's got any
El
better
sábado
ways.
empezamos
Mages are
el
part
Breath
of
of the
this
Wild.
world,
El
whether
Breath of the
people
Wild,
like it
coño.
or
El
not.
Tears of the
They
Kingdom,
have
perdón.
to have their rights, their
Llevo esperando para el
place.
Zelda, guau.
Otherwise, another
Madre mía.
lodge will arise.
A ver, vamos. F5. A ver. Estamos ya casi al final. Tenemos que petar el culo a Leto. Te la agacha y te la meto. Oh no, Radovid. Radovid, pero Roach, coño.
Vernon Roach, step away from the child. She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too good for you, Horsens. You're an outlaw, wanted in all the north. Hand over the child and perhaps the king
ayudar a
will show you
Roachis.
mercy.
Yo ya lo tengo y me parece un 10 de 10.
Mercy.
¿Te mola el 3?
Triss, we can't let
El
them
1 y
have
el
her.
2, el
This is
1
Foltest's
sobre todo,
daughter.
son una
I've heard
patata.
enough. Grab them.
De gameplay, digo. El segundo no está tan mal de gameplay. Roach. Compañero. No dejaré que muera la niña. Dale caña, Roach.
I failed. Deathmold got away.
Pues mañana empezaré el 3 porque no lo tengo descargado hoy.
Triss needed my help. You know that. The Nilfgaardians outwitted us all.
What are you talking about?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy, all in order to breed chaos in the northern kingdoms.
Temeria is lost. The barons will pick it apart into bits.
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out of here. Take her far away. Far from the kings, their courts, and their wars. One day, she'll reclaim her heritage.
What about you, Geralt?
I'm going after the Kingslayer.
A man of his word.
It's personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf. I trust we'll meet again in better times.
Farewell, Roach.
Venga, niña. A crecer y a hacer cosas nazis. Vamos a ver cómo la lía la niña del tercero. Bueno, tú ya has jugado al tercero, ya sabes dónde está Roach en el 3.
Proud, I think.
Haciendo sus
The reward
cositas.
on his head has never been greater. Those seeking him, the Scoia'tael hunters, will be reinforced.
Scoia'tael.
The special forces throughout the north will receive more resources.
Mira qué
The
bonito.
council and the conclave are
Qué magia tan
assigning
bella.
several mages to the task.
Vamos a utilizar nuestra técnica de espierra. Es por aquí, ¿no? Tío, 3 magos, no. Todo menos los magos, odio a los magos de este juego.
This is no place for witches. Though I know you and you appear wherever something important happens.
True, though sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tanserville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
De Tanserville will be a problem.
Admittedly. Sheila can be slippery as an asp, but we'll find her.
You don't get it, Carduin. Sheila de Tanserville's dead, killed by an unstable portal.
Shame. She was to be charged and tried. She would have been convicted of her crimes.
Why does it sound like she was convicted before standing trial?
It would have been a formality, true. And at once a warning to other sorceresses.
Seems to me she led you down the garden path.
Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle. The city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Una hora y a tomar por culo la ciudad. Venga, F5. Nos quedan 11 segundos de potis. Venga. Vamos a esperar 1 hora. Ahora no puedes esperar. Joder. No puedo esperar. PJ. Alquimia. Beber. Tómate una golondrina, anda. Y ya estaría. No puedo guardar. Vale, vamos. ¿Qué pasa, Leto? Vamos a darle duro.
There he is.
Wait for me.
Geralt.
This is between me and him.
Cosas
You
de
don't
brujos.
have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave without me.
Hola, Leto.
Took you a while? Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
Oh, it was.
Good. Had she lived, she would have suffered more intensely and much longer. She helped me quite a bit, through naivety and pride. I would not have gotten far without her.
So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first, vodka.
Sí.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
Siempre, vodka siempre.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships. Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
Si viene flashback.
The winter solstice 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Venga, reacciona, brujo.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's tree and the wild hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
I chased you for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Let's say I do.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out. Somehow she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. Throwing temper tantrums. Trying to seduce orcs. Trying to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard, mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then one day they captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Serret, and Yennefer.
Imperial Secret Police?
Mm-hmm. We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful. No violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau. And a couple of weeks later, the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to Emir. As I see it, they learned of the Lodge from her. Those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that Vatir had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace. Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find
Cosa que nos resuelva todas las dudas el tío
Every
este.
witcher who wears the viper
Luego
around
a
his
cuello.
neck knows the place. We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are? You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn
Siempre
elven
elfos,
race.
Dios.
But they turned out to be a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Go ahead, enlighten me. I can tell you want to.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders. The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our world?
There's not a Witcher who doesn't know that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they did for you and Yennefer. So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What do they want from you?
I've got an idea, but that's not your concern. Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos. Prepare the North. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The North resembles a whorehouse on fire, as your friend Dandelion would say.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me, well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore. I never saw you as a foe. I want to go my way, but if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper, the Witcher's order where I came to be. Witcher's schools in the South fell into ruin long ago, and Witchers themselves became internal exiles, banned from entering most cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path. I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
O sea, los brujos de la víbora están en la puta mierda.
I'm done talking. Let's finish this.
What a fight.
O sea, al final es reconstruir su hogar.
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial army is probably crossing the Yaruga as we speak. Pure pandemonium will ensue. The North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together. Very shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
I'm not your foe. I never was. Let me walk away and I will. You'll never see me again. Force me to fight, and this time I'll kill you.
¿Qué hacemos? Porque tampoco me cae mal Leto. O sea, al principio Leto te parece un gilipollas. Se ha cargado a la mitad de los Reyes del Norte y es como que no entiendes las cosas. Ahora nos ha explicado por qué ha hecho todo esto. O sea, por qué se le ha ido la olla, por qué ha recurrido a toda esta movida. Le dejamos libre para que tenga su... ¿Cómo decirlo? Para que la escuela de la víbora siga por ahí. O Nos ha prometido que no es nuestro enemigo. No quiere violencia. O sea, matarlo implica ya ¿sabes? Que hemos tomado partido en esto. Lo dejamos libre. Vamos a dejarle libre a Leto.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can feel the memories coming back. Your death won't change a thing. Go where you will.
Just like that. No threats. No words of wisdom.
You going or not?
Farewell, Geralt.
O sea, fue nuestro antiguo aliado contra la cacería salvaje. O sea, al final los brujos no tienen que tomar partido. Tienen que ser lo más neutrales posibles. Hay veces que lo van a tomar partido. Y aunque se haya vendido, a mí me da igual. Al final lo que dice Geralt es esto, que le has tocado los cojones al norte, crees que está jodido. Lo que he dicho, que igual hacen piña, como ha dicho, y a tomar por culo. Me gusta el final de no matar a Leto. Si quieres una pelea muy épica, el final de matar a Leto está guapísimo. Pero la verdad es que a mí me gusta un poco el poder dejarle ese momento de... Venga, lárgate de aquí, no quiero saber nada de ti. En el 2 podemos acabar de una forma pacifista, entre comillas, pacifista. Y como se puede importar partida, como hicimos del 1 al 2, del 2 al 3, a ver qué pasa.
In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble.
Tiene un buen final, el principio. Este final puede hacer... Si elegimos mal esto, con los elfos matan a todo el mundo aquí.
The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Edirn whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived.
Nos cargamos a Henselt.
After Foltest's death, Temeria's neighbors began to vie for the glittering prize that was the realm's throne. Yet the murders of first Demavend, then Henselt, forced them to look to their own problems. Temeria fell prey to its power-hungry barons. But Vernon Roche held a light of hope for the dying realm, and he tucked it away in a place safe and still to await better times. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses.
Tetas.
Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia.
Chasquino obviamente acabó en un puti. Y eso lo sabemos todos. Bueno, ¿qué os ha parecido el segundo juego? ¿Os ha molado? ¿Mejor que el primero? ¿Peor? ¿Qué opináis? Se nos ha hecho más corto. O sea, ayer podríamos habernoslo pasado por 3 horitas más. Mejor que el primero. O sea, el gameplay se nota que está mejor hecho. Lo único que me gusta más del primero que del segundo es el mapa. En el segundo el mapa no me gusta una mierda. O sea, me parece un poco Cherry Flux. Y que folla más también. En nuestro... Mira, en el contador de sexo vamos a poner que en el primer juego, sexo, primer juego, teníamos, ¿os acordáis? 10 fornicaciones. Y en el segundo, solo 2. O sea, en el contador de sexo al final, en el primer juego chinga 10 veces y en el segundo 2. Igual es que no hemos hecho secundarias para hacerlo. Pero ya habéis visto, el primero se basa en follar. El lore del primer juego es fornicar. Tremendo. A ver, ¿me dejas ser libre? Venga, conejito. Vamos a hacer el contador de sexo. Y vamos a ver en el tercero. Vamos a mantenerlo. Y en el tercero a ver. A ver cuántas caen. Vamos a tener los contadores aquí para ir contando en el tercero qué puede caer. Sexo. En el primero. En el segundo y en el tercero, por aquí. En el primero un montón fueron. En el segundo solo 2 y el tercero ya veremos. Dejo apuntado. Empezarás ahora el tercero. No lo tengo descargado. Y el mapa también te ha gustado más. Y me gusta más el del primero con lo de Alvin y tal. El final te moló mucho el del primero, ¿no? Por el plot twist que hay ahí al final. Algo que no os he dicho es que ese dragón... En Emerald lo sabe. Ese dragón creo que era la señora rubia, si mal no recuerdo. Aunque la zona esa de hielo, sí. A ver qué sucede. Mira, el hielito. Llegan los imperiales. Los Nilfgaardianos, creo que son. ¿No? Es Nilfgaard. ¿Os acordáis de la rubia, la Saskia? Pues esa es el dragón que hemos matado. Que no ha salido en la historia. Os cuento para que entendáis. No ha salido por la casualidad. Pero la señora esa rubia era el dragón. Es una tía con la capacidad de convertirse en dragón. No un dragón con la capacidad de convertirse en humana, lo como veáis. Que le jodan por rubia. Bueno, ya está aquí el brujero, segunda parte. Para mañana lo tengo descargado. Desinstalamos el segundo. A tomar por culo. Y lo voy instalando. No sé si tardará mucho. Lo tengo aquí a que instale. Aceptamos todo. Y mañana empezamos el tercero. El viernes seguimos. El sábado Breath of the Wild y aniversario del canal. A ver. Y a tope. Y ya a tope. Al final 2 horas y media solo nos ha costado acabarlo. Creo que ¿sabes? En el segundo acto es donde hemos perdido 8 horas casi. Así que madre mía. Mañana más y mejor, que empezamos el 3. Y ahora no sé qué... No sé qué deciros. Voy a explicaros un poco qué juegos tengo para verano. A ver, ¿dónde tengo? Captura de pantallita. Es que tengo la captura de pantalla movida. Aquí. Vale, vamos a explicar un poco qué tenemos por aquí. Para lo que queda de verano. A ver, Steam, hijo de la grandísima. Steam, cabrón. Vale, Steam se ha fumado 4 porros. Vale, para mañana tenemos The Witcher, que veis que lo estoy descargando ya ahora. Nos queda jugar a todos los Fallouts. Al Alice Madness Returns, que podríamos jugar al The Witcher mañana. O pasarnos el Alice Madness Returns cuando quiera Satán. Cuando Satán le salga del coño, jugamos a Alice Madness Returns. Y aquí tengo los juegos de Overlord, que me hacen mucha gracia, que soy un viejuno, que ya los jugaremos. Los iremos jugando. Cuando me acabe el The Witcher 3 seguramente hagamos Overlord. Y tengo aquí de peleas el Injustice 2 que me pillé y el Mortal Kombat 11. Así que maravilloso todo. Tenemos aquí juegos de peleas y nos faltan de Rockstar. Tenemos el Red Dead Redemption 2, que cuando acabe Satán de jugárselo lo jugaremos. Y el Grand Theft Auto 5. Y el que más me interesa de jugar de esos 3 de momento es el Bully. Así que ya procederemos a jugar al Bully. Y el puto Elden Ring. Cuando ya tengamos muchos juegos ya petados de esta zona, los Fallouts y los Elder Scrolls los vamos a dejar un poco más olvidados para otro día, para ya más adelante. Pero cuando tengamos bien petados todos estos juegos, me vuelvo loco y mientras jugamos a Zelda, mañana estaré en la láser. Vale, ok. Mañana empezamos el The Witcher 3. Pues empezaremos ya a darle caña a... Pues eso, al Elden Ring, que lo tengo por aquí. ¿Dónde está el Elden Ring? Aquí, el Elden Ring, aquí. Lo tenemos aquí, en los shows, el puto Elden Ring. Que ya le daremos. En verano hay muchas cosas. Elden Ring es un juegardo, ya me lo he pasado al 100%. Sí. Yo justo no me lo jugué porque no tenía PC para tirarlo ni nada, ni consola para tirarlo. Así que mi idea es eso. Nos pasamos de Witcher 3. Nos petamos los juegos del Overlord. Nos petamos también Alice Madness Returns cuando Satán esté contenta. Cuando Satán tenga vacaciones, nos petamos el Alice Madness Returns, que le gusta mucho a Satán. Ay, perdón. Y cuando tengamos ya el Alice, el de Witcher 3 y los Overlord petaos, podemos empezar también algún juego de peleas. Nos jugamos el Bully y ya estaremos libres para jugar Elder Scrolls, los Fallouts, el GTA V por si acaso, estos juegos de peleas que tengo por aquí. Y ya Elden Ring. Mi idea es eso, mantener, petar muchos juegos. Cuando me queden poquitos ya empezar a los juegos duros. Una vez que te lo pases puedes ser un esquizo y lo haces en un randomizer. ¿Cuál? Una vez que me lo pase, el Elden Ring, en plan lo de que salgan los bosses en plan random. Ya veremos. Vale, va al 5% esto, no creo que tarde mucho. Va, pero aún así, aunque no tarde mucho... Y también tengo por aquí la Switch, perdón. En la Switch también tengo algunos juegos que me gustaría jugar. Pero vamos a ir en modo loco. El Elden Ring... Vale, el Elden Ring mola por aquí, entonces. Voy a ver a quién tenemos por aquí para hacer una raidcita. Y me decís con quién queréis hacer la raid. Tengo aquí un chaval que se llama Dova, que está jugando al Zelda Breath of the Wild, el primero que sacaron. Tengo una chavala aquí que está jugando al Dead by Daylight. A Alex Ricoy, que está jugando al Escape from Tarkov. Y a Xavi también por aquí, que está jugando al Teamfight Tactics, algo del LoL creo que es esto. Ah, no, ya lo he dejado. Vale. Pues tenemos a Alex Ricoy. Tengo un chaval jugando al Tarkov. Otro jugando al The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Y una chavala que conocí el otro día que está jugando al Dead by Daylight, que creo que es de miedo. Creo que es de miedo ese, ¿no? ¿Qué preferís? ¿Escape from Tarkov o The Legend of Zelda, el Dovalib este? Y también tengo a Mariachi, que es un señor mayor muy majo, que suele jugar a juegos así guapitos. Tipo... O sea, es todo indies y demás, suele jugar. A ver, ¿está vivo este hombre? Vamos a ver qué está jugando. Ay, perdón, que igual no... Perdón, la gente del vídeo de YouTube, perdón, mañana empezamos el... Lo siguiente que haré será de Witcher 3, gente de YouTube. Besitos de Fresis.